Hello art friends! Happy Earth Day! For this project, I'm going to be showing you how to make this awesome heart earth picture using newspaper, a marker, and some paints. So let's get started. So I went to my recycling bin to find some newspaper. Any newspaper you have is perfectly fine. I like to find ones though that has lots and lots of words on it and a little bit less pictures. Once you find one you like, you are going to cut yourself a piece. Now this piece is going to be for the circle or the earth part of your picture right here, and the heart. You can also use a piece of newspaper for your background, or you can put this on another piece of colored paper. Once I find the piece I like, I'm then going to use a circular object to trace a circle on my paper, or just draw one freehand. So I have a plate here I'm going to trace around. Now I'm using a Sharpie. You could use any marker you want. A pen, a pencil works fine too, but you want to make sure you have a nice circle on your page. Once you have your circle traced, you're going to draw your heart right in the middle. And your heart can be as big or as small as you would like it. I like to add that little highlight for the light part of where my heart's going to be. Now, your colors are going to bleed and move around a lot on the newspaper because it is so thin, but that's okay. If you don't have any watercolor paints at home, you could use some of that watercolor paint I showed you how to make in previous videos, where you take a marker and you put it on some tin foil and then mix in some colors. Or if you have food coloring at home, you can turn those into your own paint. So I have 3 colors here. I have green, blue, and red food coloring, and I'm going to use that to paint my picture today. Now, we do want to be sure that you have something underneath your picture, whether that's some more newspaper or even just a paper towel. Now with my water and my paintbrush, I'm going to dip it into just a tiny, tiny drop of the food coloring. You need just a little bit. I'm going to get all my colors out. Make sure you only squeeze 1 drop because this goes a long way. Now I'm going to paint the earth first. So I'm going to paint the land. Mix that food coloring up with some water and paint right on to my picture. Now don't worry about staying inside the lines because, like I said, your colors might bleed out, and that's okay. This paper is very thin, and that's all right, but we're recycling paper that would otherwise get thrown out. And I like that idea that we're using materials that we have and don't have to go buy to make art. Okay, now it's time for that water. Getting some of that blue. I'm going to paint right next to my land masses. It doesn't spread super well because that newspaper really absorbs all that water. So you do have to work a little bit quickly to get that done. Once you're all done painting the earth, we're going to paint our heart next with a little red. Now your colors are going to look a little bit muted before it dries. So when it dries, the colors will look a little bit darker. Now I'm going to go find a sunny location to set my picture so it can dry. When it's all dry, you can choose what you'd like to do next. I'm going to cut my heart and my earth out, and I'm going to glue it onto another piece of newspaper. You could glue it onto a piece of white paper or some other color paper you have at home. You could even decorate maybe the solar system in the background. So I'm going to cut mine out. And I'm going to cut right on that line, be nice and gentle. Remember, you need to do this when your picture is all dry. Once that's all cut out, we're going to glue it to our other piece of paper. Some glue on the back. Flip and stick. Now, if you want to put some other decorations in the back, you could, or you just have an awesome Earth Day picture using some very simple recycled materials. I hope you have fun making this project, and I cannot wait to see what you create.